Welcome back to B for Crypto, and yes, Bitcoin finally broke the $27,000 level and we came all the way to the levels of $27,300 and we finally broke out from this falling wedge, which I've been telling you exactly here. So yes, if you're still watching this video without being subscribed, smash up the like button and subscribe, and now let's directly go over to the charts. But we're going to start on the daily chart for Bitcoin, and yes, we saw this consolidation and now we're at this massive trend line. Actually, we already broke this trend line towards the upside, and like I told you in the previous video that our price target would be, yes, the top of the range, which is also this massive support area round about the $27,500. So yes, I expected the price movement of Bitcoin is going to come all the way back into this range, and then we're going to see a small consolidation, maybe even a retest, and then this massive breakout all the way to the levels of, yes, $29,000, where we can see this major resistance and where we also had this massive breakdown. So yes guys, we're going to look at the levels that Bitcoin could reach in the immediate short term, and for that, yes, we're going to take the Fibonacci retracement levels all the way from the swing high all the way to the top, and then we can see this major resistance area round about the 27,355, where the price movement of Bitcoin came all the way up, is exactly the 38.2 Fibonacci retracement level. So yes guys, this is going to be some resistance, as we can also see that our support box is exactly in these regions. So what is going to be the next price target? So first of all guys, yes, we can see that Bitcoin moves within this range, this support area, and Bitcoin came all the way back down, and now we re-established this support box, and exactly here we broke the support, which turned into resistance, and now we can see that Bitcoin ranges in between the 38.2 and all the way to the levels of $25,900. But now we got this breakout from this falling wedge, so this means we have to turn this resistance into support, and this means that the price movement of Bitcoin needs to come above the $27,800, and that we're going to hold the support of the 38.2 on the daily chart, so that we could expect that the next price target is going to be the top of this range, which is also the 61.8 and also this major resistance level, where we can see we had this massive dump. Because if you look at the charts of Bitcoin, we can see that Bitcoin hasn't formed a higher high, which is really going to be important, so that we get the signal, yes, the overall trend has turned around and that Bitcoin could come all the way back up, back above this major resistance area, because then we would be forming higher lows and also a higher high for Bitcoin, and this would be extremely bullish. But guys, we're going to go on the lower time frames to find out why we saw this massive breakout towards the upside. So yes, in the previous video I told you that we have been forming this falling wedge, and that the price target of the falling wedge, this bullish breakout pattern, would be the top of the wedge. And yes, we can see that the top of the wedge is all the way at the level of $27,500. But as we can see, yes, Bitcoin didn't reach the price target yet, but guys, we can see that we broke out from this falling wedge and we had this massive pump, which turned out to be a massive fake out. But guys, we saw this perfect retest perfectly at this trend line and also the support, which I told you is going to be very important. Because yes, if you're going to trade this falling wedge, you don't enter the trade at the break of the trend line. No, you enter the trade at the perfect retest, and this would have been a perfect long all the way to the levels of $27,300. But guys, we could expect that the price movement of Bitcoin is going to see a consolidation and a retest from this major trend line, because if we go on the daily chart, if we're going to see a higher price movement for Bitcoin, we could expect that the price comes all the way back down to retest this trend line and to confirm this breakout from this massive trend line. Because back on the 4-hour chart, we're going to draw the Fibonacci retracement level all the way from the swing low all the way to the top, and we can see that yes, we had this breakout point, and we can see that Bitcoin came all the way up, and at the moment we are above this trend line. So what we like to see, or what we normally see, that we're going to see a retest either of the 23.6 Fibonacci retracement level, or we could expect that we're going to come all the way to the 38.2 Fibonacci retracement level, which perfectly lines up with this major resistance area exactly here. And also here, we can see that exactly at the level of the 38.2, we have a lot of resistance that would turn into support. So maybe we're going to see a consolidation and then a further move towards the upside, form a flag or even a W pattern. So this could be your next trade all the way from this breakout and this consolidation all the way to the top of the price target of the falling wedge. But guys, yes, we could also expect that the price of Bitcoin is going to blast through this major resistance area and find support back above the 27,000 US dollars. But what is really going to be important? Yes, guys, that Bitcoin is going to form a higher high. So this means that Bitcoin needs to break the 28,200 US dollars. But guys, yes, let's go over to the dollar currency index. And yes, like I told you in the previous video, that we could expect this massive breakout after we broke this massive resistance. But at the moment we can see that the dollar index is going down. Maybe it's because of this looming shutdown from the US government, that we could expect that the DXY is losing its levels, and that we could expect this breakout from this trend line, this unhealthy trend line that we have been forming, and this massive continuation towards the upside. Remember guys, nothing can go up in a straight line, and if you want to trade all of these moves, guys, go over to Bybit where you receive a massive deposit bonus, and you can see that I traded exactly this move. I opened the position exactly here where we saw this W formation and we saw this retest after we saw this breakout, and I opened the trade exactly here, and at the moment I'm still major profit. You can see that I already took 75 US dollars, but at the moment I'm still 70 US dollars in profit. So guys, yes, this is a small position, but if you want to trade all of these moves, go down in the video description below and sign up to Bybit where you receive a 30,000 US dollar deposit bonus and also reduced fees. So yes guys, this is really going to be important that Bitcoin forms a higher high, but we're going to keep an eye on the price movement of Bitcoin. But yes, overall it looks extremely bullish for Bitcoin because we didn't form only this falling wedge and also the break of this trend line. We can see that yes, we are forming some massive W's in this range, or we could also say that this is a cup and handle, which is also a bullish pattern, and the price target would be all the way from this neckline. I'm going to be a little bit conservative and take it all the way from this level. I'm not going to include the wick, and we're going to drag it over to the breakout point or the potential breakout point, and then we can see that we have a price target of the 78.6 Fibonacci retracement level, which is all the way at the level of 30,000 US dollars. And guys, yes, if we're going to form this higher high, I could expect that Bitcoin is going to reach this price target by the end of next week. So yes, this is extremely bullish for Bitcoin, and that's why I told you in the previous video, don't wait to invest in Bitcoin, dollar cost average. And if you like this video, smash up the like button and subscribe, and we see each other in the next video.